Alright, I got cut off there a bit. Again, this is HiveRadical's. This is my second part. My second response to ImagineNoReligion, his video series entitled, I believe it's Atheism versus Mormonism, or something akin to that. I left off talking about his reference to asking me about what I might see as being bizarre in his view of the world. I started off into one thought. I'm going to kind of reapproach this. One thing I've discovered as I've come to know a lot of people is, and I rather believe this, that if all of our views, if every person's views or perceptions of the world were laid bare completely, could be examined by anyone, and we could take a look at what people believed and what people perceived and what people thought about the world, I have a feeling we'd all have certain caveats of our views and perceptions of the world that would be perceived by others as being quite strange and bizarre. That was largely where that's referenced from. Well, for example, you look at the tension of atheism. I mean, we could even cite one of the most prominent atheists of our time, Isaac Asimov. I mean, at one point, you know, I could put up the quote on the side of this video when I get done, but he says something to the effect that it came down to the fact that he was an emotional being, that he couldn't prove the non-existence of God. And for a long time, for a good portion of his life, he struggled with it, but he came to the point, well, I'm an emotional being, so I'm going to base this off of emotion. And I think it really comes down to it. I mean, if you're going to have any point of your perception, of your discernment of what is real and what isn't, what is the material world, what is sensed or detected, and what can be derived from that, and what you project onto that. I mean, every construct we use to comprehend the world demands a mass of assumptions behind it. I don't know if you took, I mean, I'm assuming you've taken a number of science courses. I know in my simple mechanics courses in high school, they would, on the tests, they would assume the system is isolated from the universe. It's a pretty absurd assumption, but there's many assumptions that we do to make things easier, not that all these assumptions have been proved. And I think foundationally, every single time we make an assumption, especially when we get into macroscopic views of the universe, of how it functions, there's massive gapping holes in which our own subjectivity enters in. And I don't think there's anyone that can gain any kind of concept of the world and not have their subjectivity shape and jade to significant degrees their perceptions, even if they claim to be strictly tied to the material world and only believe in what they can sense or detect. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, and I look forward to your reply, and I hope you have a great day.